I don't have a grandmother. I feel kind of targeted with this question. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. This is the reason why this is actually, it's funny. Well, not funny, but I don't actually have a grandmother, but I have a grandmother-in-law. So don't feel targeted. But the stream today is I'm making my grandmother-in-law a terrarium. So we're gonna actually start. Normally I start my builds later on in the process. So we're gonna be starting this from the very get-go, the designing process, and we're gonna go all the way through. So it might be a longer stream, guys. But you know, sit tight, enjoy. It's gonna be a chill stream. So we're gonna wait till the first ad break is over before we get it all going. Is the sound levels good? Like, is the music loud enough that you can hear it, but not too loud that's going over my voice? Also, I am shirtless and sunglassless because I'm fucking hot, bro. And we actually have no idea what we're building. So, like, we're gonna literally start from scratch. I usually have ideas that I want to go off of, like the moss terrarium was good and everything. I do want to show off some of the progress of the other terrariums too, because, oh no, I didn't notice the one in the back died. Shit. Oh my god, my island one died again. Crap. I wasn't even seeing it because I just like put it all together, but it's actually just straight up dead. Damn, man, that island one's going to be a tough one to, like, keep alive. I don't know what's wrong with it. It might be overheating. It's currently, like, what, 31... Whoop, as I'm tripping over everything. It's currently 31 degrees in the apartment. So, like, the kitty's in the bathroom on the shower floor, trying to keep cool. I told the wife we better, like, hustle in getting something to cool down this apartment. Because all the plants could die. I know it's tropical, but, like, terrariums should usually be kept at a solid, like, I don't know, probably around, I would say, to 25 degrees max. So the fact that it's currently 31 degrees max, I'm not surprised that everything's kind of dying right now. My bug colony's suffering. Everything's suffering in this apartment. So I'm like trying to push the wife to, like, today we should get some sort of air conditioning. But damn, man, I look at the island one. It's just straight up dead. It is cool though because our moss box is doing well, except because we had to, like, move everything out of the apartment. And whatnot for a bit, it killed one of my moss boxes, which is super unfortunate. Well, I think it killed all the little buggies in it, and the buggies are what keep the mold from coming in, and then because the buggies died because of the heat here, the mold started accumulating, so slight issues, but other than that, you know, we're chilling. Also, YouTube played games with me. So I don't know if I told you guys, we were 101 away from hitting the partner achievement, and then the next day it went up to like 115, and now it's back at 101. So I'm like, I don't know what it's doing, because it's definitely not within that 1 year span. So I don't know why it keeps going down. So I hope it's not that I've hit the limit or something, but we're gonna find out. But that's why we're definitely going to do a little longer stream today, and then I'm probably going to spend the evening just creating more Sleep 2 videos so that we can kind of get those hours up. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, on YouTube, we are very close to hitting the first achievement for partner, and so we really want to be able to secure that and all. Also, you will see when the ad break is over that we have a nice little image on the main screen, and that is actually the forest in which we get a lot of our moss from in here near in France. Not really in Paris technically, because it's like an hour and a half drive from Paris, but it's very pretty. So I've left it on as the main background on the main screen so that you guys can see where we're sourcing all of our materials. But the one terrarium is doing really well and the other one died, which is unfortunate. But again, it's just like a heat thing. I don't even know if the buggies are alive in this one anymore, because again, the heat, like, these bugs don't do well in extreme heat. They usually like cooler temperatures, and they like humidity. So if you're getting too much, if it's too hot, the humidity is kind of dispersing on the walls, so maybe everything needs a spray down. My big terrarium is doing great though, but that's just because it's all sphagnum moss as a base, as a substrate, so it's staying nice and good. But like some of my terrariums are like massively over humid. So, ad break. Shut up. Why do you know that?
I've seen these words before.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that, okay? I don't fucking know. You do what? You've never been to the Kuka Center? Fuck you. I love this ad break.
Bruh.
Stop. Shut up. I'm gonna eat your face. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Shut up. You're wrong, though. No, shut up. No way.
Wilma, this is free.
Shut up.
Bruh.
What? I know it's free. Shut up.
Wilma, it is what you're thinking.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Shut up. It's funny. That's how demo was yesterday, too. I just realized. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash my screen. So when I cut it, I'll wash it. Shut up! So luckily we already have some substrate we could use, I think. I'm pretty sure this is good substrate. It might not be. It looks like it actually might just be cocoa fiber and soil. No, this looks like substrate. Hard to tell. There's perlite and everything in it.
This is Cora's pistol,
Cora's
funny
pistol.
little blaster with some.
I might not put a
interesting
screen
stains
in
on
today.
occasions. This is the build that I normally run. So once again, to quickly walk through it, we have base damage. We have viral to boost any of our DOTs that we're having. Then we have primed heated charge as our first DOT, with the poison quill as our second DOT. But you can switch the quill to your liking or whatever faction you're fighting. Then we have elementalist to boost all our DOTs once again. Double multi-sub mods and a little bit of crit damage because we're getting crit rate from Innervate. And they showed Hystrix Prime. This little pea shooter, insanely underrated, melts anything. And who doesn't like a little bit of status explosions? This rogue Culvin is gonna, there we go, perish. And that's where we'll leave it.
Make sure you all have water. Don't forget to redeem your energy and rips.
We need your energy now!
There we go. That's what I like to hear. Wah! Wah! I was like, there's no way this ad's gonna. So this is front end bleu. Obviously, you can see the other camera right now, but that's front end bleu. It's actually Fontainebleau, I think, bleu or something, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get to this. So for those of you who don't know, this is my handy little what's it called, Remarkable, which I love to use for designing purposes and writing and everything. It's basically my solution to not having to have a billion notepads anymore. So we're gonna get to it. Just to show you guys what we're working with today, we are going to be using this bad boy right here. It might be a little too big to show on screen, but it's just a mason jar. And we already have the drainage layer placed in, so we'll be working on that. So these designs, I'm not an artist by any means, so don't expect a lot from these designs. So basically my idea, which I was thinking, I love how I said I didn't know what I was doing, but I kind of do. Okay, so this is what we're working with. So I think today what we'll do is, this is the substrate, or the whatchamacallit, then the substrate's going to go to about here, right? And so today what I want to do is I kind of want to make a pathway. Okay, we have a couple choices. Actually, it should be a little more narrow. Luckily I can just go back, 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 back. I am trying to work around the camera. So we can do one of two things. So I'll let you guys decide. We can either do this one where we go like this. Right? So it's going to create depth. So this is going to be at an upwards angle. And then what we do is we do one here, one here, one here. Then we do a mount. Like this. So effectively, and then what we do is we do like bushes. Probably more. We're going to use mostly Phytonias in this one because we have a lot of Phytonias. And then, I don't know if we'll put anything up here. This will all be moss. So this is the one idea we can do. Basically, it's meant to be a little like cave tunnel thing. So I don't know what you guys think of that. That pen grip. Don't make fun of my pen grip. As I said, I'm trying to work around a camera here. So there's this idea, or there's also work, damn you. Watch it not work. Why is it not working? Is it because I'm gross? Why is it not working? This is the day the tablet dies. No! I swear that we weren't having this problem before. Okay, so all of these are working, but then for some reason my new page thing is not working. Okay, going back works. Why can't I go forward? It's fine, we'll do it this way. Okay. Or, am I centered? Or we do something like this. That's horrible, I don't care. Here, we'll just go like that. Okay. Or we do something like this, where we do the drainage layer, substrate, and then what we can do is we can do this. We can do something like this. And then what we're going to do is... Actually, you know what? We could actually probably get rid of that entirely. Hold on a sec. What we could do is we could actually just make it so that it's moss, 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 and then we do stair, 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 stair. So we do something like this. We just do a little stairway too. That one would probably be easier, and then we kind of go a little crazier with the Phtonias. So what are you guys thinking? The tablet is really cool. It is really cool. I really like it. It's like, honestly, it was like career changing for me. So we can either do the stairway or we can do the little like cove. Can you transfer your drawings to the PC? Yeah, you have to email them to the PC. So it is possible. There's not like a, otherwise I'd have to pay for the like ability to actually directly transfer it. So, but the fact that you can email it from the tablet itself makes it pretty nice. So we have one of two options here that we can go with. We can either go with the stairway, and like we could even put things up here if we wanted, not to overdo it, or we can do the little cove. What are you guys thinking? I'm looking at like the stairway will be easier. We won't have to spend as much time just like fiddling with stone and gluing it together, and we can kind of just stack them. You like the cave? Okay, we can go with the cave. Cave's going to be a little tricky, but okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll go with the cave, so we'll keep this over to the side. We'll have to move the camera a bit to start on this. Like this, this here. All right, let's take the camera. Let's shift this bad boy back a bunch. You guys can see my messy little setup here. Woo, as I drop the camera on you guys. Okay.
We need your energy now!
Probably like that. I'm realizing it's tilted. Is it because of the legs? Yes, it's because of the legs. Did that make it worse? It may have. Whoop, and I dropped the fan. Alright, let's put the fan down while we do this. Everything's kind of fragile because I don't have like a proper setup for the camera, but it looks like this is tilted. Okay, and then we zoom out. Okay, so let's bring this bad boy in here. This is what we're going to be working on today, guys. I probably put it down a bit. Let's see. That, and then zoom is. Zoom is. That looks good. Cool. Hi Loke. Hi Demo. Hi Nikazaros. Hi guys. So, today I'm debating about doing a drainage layer. I don't think I need to do a drainage layer or film, but maybe I will. Just because it's good practice. It's what you're kind of supposed to do. And what I'll do is I'll let the substrate leak in on the edges to cover the drainage layer. As long as the majority of it is not, it should be fine. So I'm going to have to wash the film to do this. And again, we're working with like not a huge terrarium. Oh, actually, I do want to show you guys the progress of this one. So I told you guys, I sent it, I think, on Discord, and I showed you in a previous stream the one I killed. It's a slightly bigger one. But this one right here, it's doing so well. It bounced back so well. So I don't know if you guys can see it very well. I probably should lower the exposure or something, or increase the exposure a bit. So the fern on it is bouncing back in the back corner here. And so this one is really rejuvenated. It does need a little cleaning on the edges, but I'm not too worried about it right now because I just wanted to show you guys it a bit. But the Fittonia is growing nice. So it's doing super well. All right, let's put that fan back on there because it's going to be hella hot. If I can get the fan on again. There we go. Fan is on. Cool. So I just wanted to show you guys that one, that it's progressing back. So it's like a little, I could always give a little tutorial on how to, you know, keep terrariums alive. So the first step that we're going to do, we're actually going to move this out of the way for this step, is we got to cut our little mosquito netting to fit the terrarium. Really simple process. Kind of just square it out a bit. Then we can that. Cool. So we can chuck this to the side. Now we will have to wash it, just because I have to pretty much wash everything. So what I'll do is I'll try and cut it a little more accurately. So the goal is not to make it too small, but you know, kind of get it done a bit. I realized that I'm like, oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna put the laptop over here so it can plug into the fan, and then I can totally see chat. And then I realized I can't even read chat because of the background being yellow as well. You are a master debater, Wilma. Thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, I do love to argue. We used to have a argue with Wilma channel because people were coming in and wanted to argue with me about religion and things like that. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm down. And like whether ghosts and demons exist. And I was like, well. And basically the one guy's argument was that demons exist because he read it in a book. And I'm like, brother, I could write that you are the smartest man in the world in a book and it wouldn't mean it's true. That was not my exact argument, but I don't remember what my exact argument was. But trying to cut with a right hand, even though I'm left-handed, is going to be a tough time. As long as I don't flash a nipple on stream, we're fine. Because this is a shirtless stream. Because it's way too fucking hot. Alright, there you go. So that's all cut. This is going to go in the trash. We're going to go quickly wash this because I have a feeling I could probably clean this up a bit though. So we're just going to clean it up a bit. Because my lines were obviously not great trying to cut with my right hand.
We need your energy now!
Okay, let's pop this bad boy open. Let's try and just slip this in a bit just to do a test fit. Ugh. Small jars are a tough time. It's a little too big. It's definitely a little too big. We don't want it too big. So assessing it, I think it's just too long. So we're just gonna trim it up a bit. Like if I just chop off all this right here. Try and make it a little more cylindrical, circular, whatever. Cool. So that's kind of funky of a circle. Let's try and round it out a bit more. There we go. I actually kind of want it to be a little small because I don't mind the substrate seeping through the edges because it's not all going to fall down. That's actually like perfect. That's actually like ideal. So we're going to give it a quick wash just to make sure there's nothing on it because we want to keep everything as good as possible. You could hear me out. Turn the jar around. What? You could hear me out. Turn the jar around. What do you mean? Turn the jar around. It's funny how this is so broken that it's like not even. See how bad that is? I have to really like move it to get it in place. There. Just really doesn't bend very well. Ugh. Okay, let me just clean up these little scraps. And then we're good to go. I don't want the kitty eating a little bit of plastic. There we go. For when you were cutting the net, what do you mean turn the jar around? Like upside down? No, but I don't want to get the substrate making a mess everywhere. BRB quickly. Okie dokie. So let's get this bad boy in. Ooh, where did my thing catch? Caught on the chair. That's why. I dropped the fan. Oh no. See, if we let the thing overheat, it will absolutely kill the camera because it's way too hot in here. Alright, so it's a little wet, but that's fine. It never really hurt anybody. Cool. There we go. So we got the easy part in. Cool. Cool beans. All right, now let's get our substrate going. So today we pre-made our substrate this time around because we wanted to get rid of a bunch of bags. So I just put them all in Tupperware containers. But the substrate here. Oh, nice. It's a green screen container. That's hilarious. So we're just going to sprinkle some in. I do need to get some sort of a utensil. But I can probably actually just YOLO it in a bit. No, I'll get a spoon. I'll get a spoon. That'll be easier. Hong Kong yo ass. Hong Kong yo ass. You were struggling with the... Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay, true. Hong Kong yo ass. Make sure you're all drinking plenty of water today for those of you who are in the EU and North America. Alright. So, let's get some substrate in here. Pretty straightforward. Just make sure you don't have any clumps. Like, I think there's a little bit of moss in this. So we're just gonna sprinkle it in. So our first baseline of it, we just kind of want to cover it nicely. You guys are missing all the action right now. Okay. So there you go. That's our first little layer. I'm going to take the trash out of here because there's like roots and whatnot in there. I'm going to get my little spray bottle to get it kind of moving. When Nika become mod, you just don't pay attention, do you? The other day, yeah, she's been mod for a couple days now. Because Nika's the goat. Okay, we're gonna wet the substrate because we don't want to work with a dry surface. Just give it enough that it will. This is the point of the drainage layer. So we got a little easier surface to work with. Okay. So that's all well and good. One thing we could start on right now if we wanted to was that we could get the rocks building. So with this design, we're gonna need a couple rocks and then a thing. Now it's not gonna be super deep. In the sense that, like, we don't really have the space. Man, I just realized there's totally not enough room. With all the cables everywhere, I'm kind of struggling to move around. I got to get to something. Okay, fuck. Should I just switch scenes? I might switch scenes. Hold on a second. Let's go like this. Can I hide that? I'm gonna hide it. Let's see. Just cause I'm a nakers. That didn't do shit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Cool. Okay, now I can run around and not nipple flash everybody. Watch out for the nipples. As I struggle to get around the camera and the lights. If you hear any bangs, it's a good sign, don't worry. There. Cool. Alright, I just need to get my hands on the rocks. Cool. So, the way we're going to be doing this today, guys. Whoop, as I trip over everything. Holy shit, that hurt! Oh man, I like smashed my toe on the power bar of the laptop. Damn, that hurt. Sheesh. Alright, we're back. I love how it like shows the wrong background. That's actually hilarious. Any hoozles. There you guys are. Whoopsies, wrong one. There we are. This one? Yes, this one. There's just so much need of a mod here. Still needed. It's true. No, I think it was more than because I was just deserved the role. Sorry, I keep taking breaks to take water because fuck, I'm hot. Alright, we gotta find where I put the super glue and get some tissues and get this moving, so.
We need your energy now!
Alright, so we got the tissue. It's going to be called the tissue and super glue method. So we use just Kleenex. We got a brand new little tube of super glue. Now, super glue actually works really well because it's safe once it dries for plants. You can even glue plants. Like, so there's air plants effectively, and you can glue them to like sticks and rocks and things, and it doesn't harm them at all. Just don't use too much. Alright, so we got this going. Super glue is primed and ready to go. So now we got to go through our little rock collection and see what we got here. What can we use? What can we not? Again, our goal is to get about from the design here. So a reminder of the design. Oopsies, my finger's on the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. So from the design, we're looking at getting at least 2 or 3 maybe tiles and then getting the little rock face in there. Now, I don't have any tools to break these rocks, so unless I can break them by hand, this might be a little difficult of a task. We're going to see what we can pull out first try. Because again, we need them to be pretty much the same size. Maybe the top one can be a little longer. Okay, so we got a bunch of small ones here. So we're going to put them in on the invisible screen. Just because it looks cool. Oh, actually, I don't want to moisture them. Ha! Perfect! I have tissue to dry it off. So we're going to take a single tissue out. Drop a rock on the floor. Tear the tissue in half so we can use half of it for absorbing water. And the other half for actually using for the purpose of what we're doing. So we're just going to dry off the lid a bit. So I can put the rocks on. I don't want the rocks to have too much humidity. And then we're going to see what we got here. Okay, so these small ones are actually kind of nice because we can put them out in front. And again, looking at the proportions of how much room we have here, like we don't have a lot of room. So we want to make sure that we get something that works. So we can even put like this stick boy or this one here as the top one or the bottom one. And then we could kind of make it. It's going to be really small, so it's going to be really tough to like glue these together because the side ones we want to be basically the same size. So these two are effectively the same height. Right, so we got two that are the same height. So these will be our side panels. So then I think it makes sense that we use a bigger rock on the top and a bigger rock on the bottom. Now we don't have to glue the bottom one, so that's fine. So let's get our tools out. We're just going to start off with looking at our substrate. Is it flat? Is it not? And then see what we can do from there. What the fuck? 4th dimension screen? Yeah, I know, right? Pretty cool. He's so high in technology. I need to get a chair because I realized I forgot how low this fucking thing is, and so it's like me trying to actually do this standing is quite hard. Oh, I gotta reach across the apartment. Luckily, my apartment is tiny. Like other things. Like my shame. I have no shame. So my shame is tiny. Okay, I got a nice little wooden chair here so I can sit down and get a better angle of all this while I'm working on it. Alright. Hey, Nicazaros, could you do me a favor? Since I'm probably not going to be doing this too much, can you write down in the Discord or just DM me the winners of each giveaway so I don't miss out on that? Alright, see I'm sitting. Hi. I'm sitting now. So we got our little tweezer things, which we're going to be using. It has a magnet on it, so we got to make sure we don't accidentally put it in the wrong place. So with what we're working on here, we want to have it such that we have the side looking open, but we don't want the seam, and the seam's on both sides. So we're going to try and turn it if we can. There we go. Now there's two little breaks from where I think somebody smashed it. So it looks like this angle is going to be the angle we're working with. So as you can see. So what we want to do is we want to create a little bit of elevation within all this. So we're going to take this, and we're going to try and pack it down a bit more up here, and then we're going to add more substrate to the back. Where's my substrate? Substrate with a spoon already in it. So we're going to add more substrate. We're going to wet it a bit. Because again, we got to get a whole mountain in here. So what we might do is we might actually just like carve it out afterwards. But we want to get a lot of volume in this little mountain of ours. And of course, we're going to try and create a sense of depth by using the smaller rocks as it leads to the tile. So we want bigger rocks in front to create this nice sense of depth. Okay, probably a little bit more because we really want to like heap it up back here. Because again, we're going to probably use cushion moss. We have a lot of cushion moss, so that's always a nice little trick. So we're just going to give it a spray down. Add break. I mean, that's fine. You could totally do that. Shut up. Why do you know that?
I've seen these worlds before.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that, okay? I don't fucking know. What, you've never been to the Kuka Center? Fuck you.
Bruh.
Stop. Shut up. I'm gonna eat your face. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Shut up. You're wrong, though. No, shut up. No way.
Wilma, this is free.
Shut up.
Bruh.
What? I know it's free. Shut up.
Wilma, it is what you're thinking.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Shut up. I still
This
love
is
that.
Cora's pistol, funny little blaster with some interesting status applications. This is the build that I normally run. So once again, to quickly walk through it, we have base damage, we have viral to boost any of our DOTs that we're having. Then we have primed heated charge as our first DOT, with the poison quill as our second DOT, but you can switch the quill to your liking or whatever faction you're fighting. Then we have Elementalist to boost all our DOTs once again, double multi-sub mods and a little bit of crit damage because we're getting crit rate from Innovate, and they showed Hystrix Prime. This little pea shooter, insanely underrated, melts anything, and who doesn't like a little bit of status explosions? This Rogue Culverin is gonna, there we go, perish, and that's where we'll leave it.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to figure out, we have like this much room. So we have this much room. So we want to do is be able to create a path that looks like it is going ever so slightly inwards. If I can break this, which I probably can't because it's stone. Maybe I can break this one. Let's try and see if we can break it. There we go, we did break it. Cool. Cool. There, here. So like this, this, and this. So we have this much space. So we could probably see if we can break this one again. The other thing I don't want to do is make it look too narrow, because this piece is huge. This piece we're using is quite big. But as you can see right here on the little invisible panel thing here, how we're creating a path that's going inwards, I almost want to make it go inwards more. So like if we go like this, is this piece much wider? It is. Let's see what we got to work with here. This one's actually nice and small. We might put this one instead. Let's go like that. This one like that. How does this fit? This fits in better there. Trying to use thin ones. And then I want to get a really wide one. As long as I don't mix up the ones I'm using for the base and everything, it's fine. Because then we can put this right in the back there, and then maybe we'll use this like big thick one here. No, maybe a thicker one like this. That looks good. Okay. So cool. That's going to be our little pathway. And as you can see in the pathway, it's getting bigger to smaller. So to create a sense of depth, because again, the goal is to make this look much larger than it actually is. The channel, do you put them on or do I just DM you? Just DM me, it'll be fine. But like you can just write them in a DM and then send them at the end of stream. So again, if we're working with this much space, then that gives us quite a lot to work with here. So then what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and make this a little bigger by putting it like 1, 2 here. So we'll have the pathway getting smaller, but then we'll have a little gap before we get to the entrance of the little cave. So now the big question is, can we successfully glue these together? So I'm going to have to sit down for this part. Because we have to glue it together strong enough that it actually just fucking works the first time and that we don't have any issues moving forward on it. So, big rock on top. And then we're going to do the whole tissue method. So the tissue method is quite simple. What we do is we take the pieces. So luckily we can start. I think I want to use the flat part of it at the bottom because it'll be easier to glue. And we're going to find the area with the most flatness. So we might switch out one of the rocks potentially. We'll see how we do on this. So, okay, one here. This is probably going to go really nicely if we can find a nice flat area like right here. Like that. Should be good. Because I do want to keep it such that it's almost equal. So maybe I use this as a spacer currently. Sorry, I'm doing it off screen. But so what we're trying to do is find a spacer to make sure that it looks pretty even. So like that. So if I can put one here. So let's take this bad boy, put it right like this. And we got a nice little space to be able to put the glue on. So we're just going to grab it. Literally the smallest piece of tissue. as I tear way too much than I needed. And we're gonna try this. It's been a while since we've done this, and I'm a little like, oh, I'm gonna fuck it up. So let's try not to. And again, there's no rush in what we're doing. So we're gonna bundle it up in a little ball. Put it right like there. Oh, it's gonna, like everything here is so small. So normally in this method, they do a lot bigger, but it's quite difficult with very, very, very small sizes. Cause like this tissue is just gonna run away. So we might try and just put it right on the inside. Oh, I just realized there's a fan on me. That's the problem. Okay, so if I go like this and I shove it in there. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get some glue on it first. And then kind of shove it in. Okay, so now while I have it like this, add a little bit more glue on here. And there we go. The first piece is on. Pretty straight. Here, I'll show you the camera. So we're probably going to try and get some crumbles that we can put in on there. But I think we can do that at the last step. So okay, now we got to get the other one on. Now this one's a little harder to put on because there's not as much around it as we would like. But again, let's try and keep it so that it's the same, more or less, distance. So this one's going to go right on the very edge. So there's going to be a less of a contact point on this one. So let's make sure we have it such that it can get the maximum amount, which is going to be like right here. Probably right like that. And again, we want it as straight as can be. I hate how I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, that wasn't center enough. Damn. Now we can dig it in a bit, so that's kind of nice. So I think we're going to go like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab another tissue. Roll it up. Try and maximize the amount of area it covers. Cool. Then we'll apply the, whoa, there's so much pressure or heat that's making the super glue come out. Which is honestly not ideal. So let's hope it doesn't keep coming out like that. And then we can just jam this motherfucker on. And let's add more super glue on the back. Just to try and create more structure here. We're just going to slowly apply this and hopefully it all works out in the end. I mean, very much like the Bob Ross method of like, you know. And there we go. It's probably a little narrow. Oop, I touched the super glue. Okay, so oops, I got super glue on my hands. Damn it. Now, I think that's a little flimsy, so we might put some more support in the back. Because I don't want it to like fall off as soon as we start applying it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oof, I can feel it burning my skin. See, I'm doing the back part like this with a lot more support. Because it's not going to be seen. Yeah, that should be good. So as you can see, I put a lot more support on this back part. Just because we don't want it to fall down. And there you go. There's our little cave.
Although,
hey Mirage.
although,
Miss your lightning.
hold on.
I get there's
love
glitches in the Matrix.
environmentals.
I know, right? Sup, bud? So there you go. There's our little, the start of our little cave. Now I'm gonna tap it to see how strong it is. That's pretty strong, actually. That's really strong. That one's actually really strong. They're actually really strong. Just gotta make sure I don't get any more glue on me because fuck, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get off. So we have our little cave that we're gonna be putting in the back there. So we do have to dig it out to put it in. But I think that's a really good start. So we're gonna put that down there. Now I probably fucked up my little path, unfortunately. So it was like 1, 2. Oh no, I totally did. 3, 4. Probably like this. 4. That looks about right. Oh, did I get more glue on me? I gotta like stop touching that thing. It's gonna keep getting me, so I'm gonna just put it on the tissue for now. Okay. You're making a terrarium? Damn. Yeah, I do terrariums as like a side hustle. It's my fun little thing. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to really like start tapering this mountain a bit. Let's use the big one. So we do want it to be almost like a hill if we can. So we're gonna go like this. Now I don't know if that's high enough. Do you guys think it could be higher? Because like, okay, it's not even at the right angle. I feel like I could get the base a lot more. I could probably put more, because again, we're not doing super high plants. So I gotta get it visually to the point that I like. Then we got a lot of moss to deal with on this bad boy. So I'm actually gonna put more in there because again, the idea is that you can see the hill better. So we're actually gonna add more substrate to get it where we want it to be. Because again, the centerpiece is going to be the hill. Okay, that should be good. Let's do a quick spray down to make it more malleable. Cool. Because we really want to give a sense of height. I think we even need more. Man, there's going to be so much substrate in this. But that's fine. It's literally just mixed of dirt and things. Okay. Now I'm looking at like, maybe that's too much substrate. I don't know. Oh shit, the glue. I gotta cap the glue. Fuck, I dropped the cap. Wilma at his best right now, guys. There you go. I lost so much glue. It's fine. I just got to cover it to make sure I don't touch it with my hand. Cool. All right. So we're going to try and work this because once we get it to a point that we like, we can't really do much more with it. So again, we're going to create height, but we're also going to create enough baseline with it. It's funny, every time I do a terrarium, I'm not liking how it looks until it's all done. And then I'm like, ooh, I love this. So the big trick of this is going to be keep the everything pretty good. Okay. So looking at that, I know it's hard to see with the depth and everything because it just looks like a big dark pool here. If I put it over here, you can probably see it a little better. I should put this down like this so you guys can see it much better. There you go. So I'm liking how that looks. I think what we can do is we can start adding some hardscape to it all to make it feel like it's a lot more finished. So we're going to take our first big rock and put it right in the front. Take our next rock. So now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I made the hill too wide. I really want there to be a visual difference. I feel like that's not straight, is it? I just want a good paper of service and trust the burn. Test the burn. It definitely burns the rolling paper, like rolling paper. I have no idea what you're talking about, but yes. Whatever you just said, demo, yes. So we're gonna try and do it like this. We're gonna do a 3-piece, one. Oop, I gotta get up to do this. So now the biggest hard part is going to be so we want them down like that, like that, like that. Because everything else is going to be covered in moss. Okay, so now the difficult part, which I didn't think of necessarily, was that I have to dig it out to get this in there. Which might be a little difficult now that I think about it. So what we're going to do is that I don't think it's wet enough, to be honest. It might just be not a good substrate mix to be, but hard to tell. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're actually just going to place it and then cover it later. Okay. So we're going to do a test fit. How's that looking? That actually looks pretty fucking sick. That actually looks really good. Yo, that looks fucking sick. Doesn't that look awesome? What a good choice, Nicazaros. It smells very tropical. I'm about to crack a coconut and put some beach noises. Fuck yeah. You said like 100 something earlier. Bro, I'm actually liking this. This looks so fucking sick. Good job, Nicazaros. Great job on the idea. Okay, so now when we have it in place, we just gotta cover it without... So we might actually put another rock in here. If I put a rock just for support, will it be too much? Because I want to make sure... I don't think 2 rocks is like the way to go though. So we gotta be very careful about this, that we don't want the substrate to sink. I want the substrate nice and packed in. So my only fear is that our moss that we're going to use is going to be too thick. Yo, that looks sick. Here, let's do this a bit. Oh, drop the fan again. All right, fan. When I move the camera, take off the fan. Step 1, take off fan. 2, move camera. Not the other way around. There's so much green screening happening. Holy shit. Okay. Bro, that looks so cool. Hey, YouTube peeps. I mean, it was your idea. I just chose. Hey, Wilma. Hey, Cap. How you doing, Cap? That looks really cool. I'm very happy with that. So, okay, we have 2 choices we can do right now. Tell me what you guys think, okay? Because we've made sort of a cliff, what we could do is we could put a rock face in here. So by that I mean, like, let's say like we take rocks and we put them in on the side like this. Or we can try and just do moss. What do you guys think? Because we can make it look like it's like a cave and that it's a rock wall. God, that looks so cool. I'm actually super impressed with how that looks. Popped in before work. I got calling. Okay, well, I love you, bud. Thanks for stopping by. So what are you guys thinking? Rock wall or try and do moss on top of it? Or like moss at the sides? So we can either make it that it's like a little pathway in a cave. Like an old mossy jungle cave. Yeah, that's exactly what we're aiming for. I don't know if jungle would be what we'd be able to achieve, because the plants are going to be pretty big in there. But something along those lines. I wonder if I can like fuck with the exposure. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Which one is it? Yeah, that's a little better. That looks so cool. So what do you think? Should we try and do a rock wall at the sides of the cave? So like it's little rock panels, or should we just try and do moss on top of it? And it's just something that's been over covered. What do you guys think? I am up for suggestions. Cause like I might add some like twigs and shit to it, just to make it look like there's like more than just stone. But I'm already really liking this. Like I'm already hyped. Cause like as soon as, because we kind of have to like settle on it. So like maybe I'll just put it in and see what it looks like. Cause I can always take it out. So I'm gonna do a big piece here, potentially. I think it might be a problem with cohesion. Because it can, we don't have to have it fully covered. Right? So we can do something like that. Oh, that actually looks fucking great. What do you guys think? Because then it looks like, then we can put moss on everything that's not stone. Yeah, I might be able to get another piece or something here. Like get like a small piece like this. I kind of want to break it again. Just get a super tiny piece. Right, like here type of thing. What do you guys think? Let's see if I can do it. This is going to be really hard to fit in. Because I like the height that it's giving. I don't know, I kind of like the rocks. What do you think? You can line on the side so that it appears to be a mountain slice, like an entrance in Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the idea. I actually really like this. I think there's just like one piece missing. I got to get a really small piece. I want to put something right there. I need a really small piece. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, this one breaks really easy. I say that, and then I like can't get it back in. So like, I'm just gonna turn it so I can see how is the best way for this piece to go in. Ooh, this is tough. Oh, it's because I'm not even pinching it. I'm like, why can't I grab it? I'm not even pinching it. See, I've learned a lot about terrariums and terrarium design. Fuck, this is gonna be a hard one to get in. So the problem is, actually it's kind of nice because if any of them fall, it's actually not like a bad thing. I still feel like there's a little bit missing, but maybe we can cover it with moss. That actually looks fucking sick. That looks so cool. Yo, I'm liking this. This looks great. I'm so happy with this. Holy shit. Alright, so now the next step is I really want to make sure that these rocks don't fall over, so I'm going to really try and press them in. Because like the worst case scenario is that everything falls a bit. Maybe I'll push him into the ground a bit. Ah. Everything's so delicate and small that like working on this, actually, you know what? That being down doesn't even look bad. But I kind of want it up more. You know, I'm kind of okay with that like weird non-symmetrical look to it. But it really creates a sense of like depth in that cave. I might try and take another piece and put it right at the bottom. See how this fits. This is going to be really tough to get in. I kind of just want to have it so that there's a rock in the bottom of this. Yeah, that looks fucking great. Dude, that looks so cool. My OCD is screaming at the non-symmetry. Yeah, but that's nature, dude. Nature's never symmetrical. That's kind of the point. Dude, I'm really happy with how this has turned out already. Okay, let's go look at what kind of sticks we can put in here. Ad break. BRB.
Right behind you. Oh. Ah, ma petit chou-fleur.
Shut up. Why do you know that?
I've seen these worlds before.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that, okay? I don't fucking know. You do what? You've never been to the Kuka Center? Fuck you.
Bruh.
Stop. Shut up. I'm gonna eat your face. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Shut up. You're wrong, though. No, shut up. No way.
Wilma, this is free.
Shut up.
Bruh.
What? I know it's free. Shut up.
Wilma, it is what you're thinking.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
This is
Matt, hello. We're doing good. We're building a terrarium for our grandmother-in-law. Wilma, don't forget about the fan. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of spiderwood we can use. I just don't know how they will measure up. Right, so we can do it like a fallen log type of thing, but it might be too big. I feel like no matter what I do, it's going to be too big. Whereas if we do like this little piece here, I feel like it's too big. I feel like I want to break it. This is going to be hard to break. Okay, I broke it. Good. Spiderwood's incredibly expensive to get your hands on. It's good to hear. I recognize these people. No, you don't. They're all newcomers. They're all first-time chatters, right? Let me see if I can cut this. Okay, let's see if these pieces will work a little better. I kind of like the fallen tree aspect of this. The little fallen trees. Maybe put one right up on the side here. Maybe we make it so it's fallen. It's gonna be really hard to get on there. We might have to glue it. What do we think of the little pop of broken color? I want to clean that piece up a bit though. Can I do it with my tweezers? I'm gonna try and just cut away at the little bits a bit. There we go. Cleaned it up a bit. So we can make it look like it's old dead trees in here. What do we think about the tree in the front? I feel like we do this and then this here. I'm probably going to put these in afterwards because they're so small. Like that. Is that too much? What are you guys thinking? Does it add enough variety to it all? I think it does. I think it creates this nice sense of depth because the one's thicker is in the front and the smaller one's in the back. I think this is good. Okay, so we might have to take it out to put it back, put the moss in. So today we're going to be using cushion moss. So we have some pretty big pieces to work with here. Now the cushion moss is a little overgrown. Nice, green screen. You guys can't even see it. Lol. Why do I even have the green screen up? I should just turn the green screen off. Good job, Wilma. Good idea. Sometimes Wilma's so smart. That'd probably solve a lot of the color issues. Sometimes I impress myself even. There we go. Much better. Okay. Now, I think I still need to move the top a bit. Because I think the seam is right here, which is slightly unfortunate that I didn't notice that before. I thought I turned it enough. But it's fine. It can be looked at like this. Right? That looks better even. So there we go. Okay, cool. So let's deal with some of this cushion moss here. So I'm wondering if I can just fit this right on top. This is where the entire thing comes crumbling down. Watch, ready? This might be too big of a piece. Because I do want to make it look like it's overgrown. But I don't want it to overshadow everything. Okay, so let's... We're going to take some scissors. And we're going to prune it out a bit. Sorry, cushion moss. Just going to place it up here like this. It's actually not bad. We can take the pieces we just took off and fill in the rest of the space. Take out any random mosses we don't want. We can actually cut the bottom of it so that we have more just fresh cushion. Oh, it's interesting how it's growing. That's actually kind of cool. Let's see if we can get this right in there in the corner. So it's actually growing a little bit on the side. That's already looking pretty cool. Maybe like a fallen old tree. Wilma, is this Jeremy Clarkson? I don't even know who Jeremy Clarkson is. Wilma, you're so uneducated. I know. I'm not cultured. Oh, isn't Jeremy Clarkson the... Oh, I know what you're talking about. Isn't that the I love this, but I prefer this instead type of thing? Oh, I'm feeling this. This looks good. I'm happy. I'm happy with these results. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the tree out and we're going to try and shove it in the moss. So we're going to take the tree out and we're going to try and get a piece that fits that perfectly. So we got a lot to cut off on the bottom. But this might actually be way quicker than I thought it was. I thought this was going to take me literally forever, but I'm getting actually really quick with these. My little scissors. So I'm going to cut this just straight up in half because it's too big already. Cool. And then we're going to shave down this center a bit. Just get some of the dead moss off of here. Cool. And let's see if we can just squish that in. I still think it's a little too big. I'll just carve some away. If I need to, I can replace it all and put it all back in together, so it's fine. The trick is, are we even going to want to put any plants in here? We'll probably want to put a splash of color. So based on my sizing, I think I need to go like this a bit. We're gonna see if we can fit that in. I don't want to wreck any of the hardscape right now, but we'll see what we can do with this. Because I feel like this might be too big. This is definitely still too big. Luckily, moss is really easy to work with. My only fear is it's too thick. Because that looks really high up, doesn't it? That's way too bushy. Okay, let's tear it down a bit. Okay, we're going to try and take out as much height of it as possible. Without really jeopardizing the moss itself. The trick about cushion moss is it's usually very round. I'm going to quickly try and put it in by hand. Well, we did lose one of the stones. Man, it's like super overgrown. It looks like it's massively overgrown. Is it too tall? My genius is almost frightening. Yeah, that's what I thought. Almost feels like it's too much. Oop, as I get caught on my chair. Okay. Okay, we might do this in 2 parts so that we can really cut it down. So we're gonna tear it in half. We're gonna see if we can cut it down any slightly more, because this is like a little overgrown, I would say. Makes it a little difficult to work with. Oh, I left so much moss in there. Ah, everything's... Oh, the magnets. The magnets getting stuck on things. I think it's a little better. Then we shove this in. Problem is, I do not have steady hands. So we're gonna shove this back here. Let's see if we can push it in a little more. I might cut this away a little more too. The problem is cushion moss falls apart. Okay, this should be good. Should just be able to squeeze this in the back. Then because we have a seam in it, we could just take the tree. It looks like super overgrown grass. That kind of works. I feel like the moss is actually overtaking everything though. But I'm kind of okay with that. It's becoming very apparent that we need like little pieces to go all along this edge, or we need to push in the edge a bit. The problem is I'm afraid that if we use too small pieces, it's all just gonna die. Let's try and take this piece right here. It's already been cut. The only thing I don't like is when the edge is showing too much. I'm gonna just pack it all down. That's better. Okay. Cool. Oh, I got caught again. I keep getting caught in the same place. Alright, so now it's looking... Okay, that's a little more manageable. Now, we do have this big patch in the top corner that we gotta try and take care of. I wonder if I can push in the hill a bit. We're gonna try that. So we're gonna look for a very small patch like this. And just try and shove it right in like that. Just really shove it in. Do any other small green patches. My biggest fear is that some of this moss dies now. It's actually looking really good. Okay, cool. So now we're going to assess which plant we're going to use. Probably the white Photonia, if we can. I need somewhere I can dump this stuff. I guess I can dump the soil in the moss one. We took apart so much moss for this. Damn. Okay. See if we can get this bad boy out. He's got really big leaves, so it might be too much. We might have to go with the pink one, even though it's taller. But it's showing like it's huge in comparison to everything else, which I'm a little worried about. So we'll see if we can get it out first. Because like otherwise, do we like it just like this? Hey Wilma, been lurking. What's happening? Not much, dude. Just, you know, trying to put the terrarium together for the mother-in-law. I'm very not happy with how that top ended out, which is slightly upsetting, but it's fine. Okay. We're doing the best that we can to make sure that we don't lose too much. Okay, the rest can get washed away. Alright, so we have our beautiful root system here. Why do I keep getting caught on this damn chair? This is going to be a hard one to get in. Because I'm afraid it's going to be too big with these huge leaves. But I mean, it's kind of tropical, so... it's kind of the point. Actually, you know what? It might make sense to remove this and put it like here. Because there's the most substrate. And since it's already growing in that way, we can just go like this. Take this big boy right here and shove him in. Trying not to fuck with any of the roots. I'm probably going to break some leaves trying this, but we're going to try it anyways. Problem is the leaves are the biggest part, and I can't get around them. Unless I go like this, maybe. That's not half bad. I almost think I should cut off the big leaves though. But I'm afraid if I do, it's not gonna survive.
Send me your energy now!
I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Everything's a learning lesson. Not much, having some pork. Did some work in TF2 today. Anyways, man, I got some mod duties to fulfill. Enjoy your hobby. Thanks, man. I did play TF2 as well. I almost feel like those leaves are too big. I wish I had smaller plants. The question is, do we try and do something more? I'm afraid the substrate's gonna come wobbly. Like, things are gonna grow in. Let's see what we got in our plant stash. See if there's anything super small we can put in. And I'm tied around the thing again. So I do have this creeping fig, which might work. I've been growing it like this. It might be small enough to actually work. Let's try it. Because it's gonna vine all around everything, which is super cool. I'm super scared of tearing out its roots, so. Okay, I got most of it. Give it a quick little wash off. I may have torn a lot of its roots, but maybe it'll survive. I'm gonna put this bad boy right in there. We'll have to see if it's actually deep enough. Yeah, so I wanted to go out like this. Oh, that actually kind of looks pretty cool. I'm actually feeling that. Let me reduce the exposure a bit. Now I'm almost feeling like this needs to come out. Yo, I'm actually liking this. This looks good. I'm actually feeling this a lot. I think this is like the way to go. This is the first time I've ever used a creeping fig. My only worry is that its roots are not in enough. But it also like hides some of the problems that we're having with this. I think this looks good. Oh, and before I go, I wanted to mention I watched these old road trip vlogs you made. They're actually pretty interesting. Thanks, bud.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure.
Shut up. Why do you know that?
I've seen these roads before.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that, okay? I don't fucking know. You do what? You've never been to the Kuka Center? Fuck you.
Bro.
Stop. Shut up. I'm gonna eat your face. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Shut up. You're wrong, though. No, shut up. No way.
Wilma, this is free.
Shut up.
Bro.
What? I know it's free. Shut up.
Oh, it is what you're thinking.
Shut up!
Oh my god.
Shut up!
This is Cora's pistol, funny little blaster with some interesting status applications. This is the build that I normally run, so once again, to quickly walk through it, we have base damage, we have viral to boost any of our DOTs that we're having, then we have primed heated charge as our first DOT, with the poison quill as our second DOT, but you can switch the quill to your liking or whatever faction you're fighting. Then we have elementalist to boost all our DOTs once again, double multi-sub mods and a little bit of crit damage because we're getting crit rate from NFA, and they showed Hystrix Prime. This little pea shooter, insanely underrated, melts anything, and who doesn't like a little bit of status explosions? This rogue Culverin is gonna...
There we go, perish.
There we go, perish,
And that's where
we'll leave it.
I really wish I had some charcoal right now. Because there's like one last detail I want to add to this, guys. Congratulations, Kevin. Wait, Kevin? Kevin, do you have two usernames? Or did you change your username? Wait, Kevin, you're a champion, aren't you? I'm confused. Oh, shit. Okay, wait. So you are champion from season 1. For some reason, I thought there was two Kevin kids. So wait, you were a drone... Wait, were you not? Did you change your username? Like, ever? Oh, true. But you didn't... Wait. I'm gonna check something quickly. Oh, Strickland was it? Not you. It was Strickland. True. I was like looking through my DMs. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I was losing my mind a bit. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so... Do you guys like the broken log there or no? I realize the angle's kind of bad. Here, let me drop this down a bit if I can. Oh, move the fan before you move the camera, Wilma. Learn your lesson. Here, we're gonna... If I can. I may have done it too tight. There we go. Oof, that hurt. There you go, that's a better angle of what we got. Okay, so do we agree the fallen log on the pathway doesn't do much, doesn't add to it? I think it's great the way it is, to be honest. I'm thinking of actually just removing this right here. Oh, unless I do it like this. The only thing is, it's a freestanding. Oh, I took out some moss. Whoops. There you go. I think it looks great. See if I can just straighten this out a bit. That looks better. I'm happy with this. I'd say job well done. No, I don't, unfortunately. It's kind of hard to weather these. These stuff is really expensive. So, I mean, what I could do is I could try this. Okay, does it look better when it's like messy? If I can show it. Add a little weathering. Or is that not? That might be too much. Oh, can I show it? Because the moss itself is a little too big, to be honest. We're dealing with like a micro terrarium effectively, so. If I were to go like this. I feel like it's too big. I feel like it's just a distraction at that point. I'm willing to call this done and say that that looks good. Just push. So I added in a rock to cover in the one missing part. And I think this looks cool. I think this is good. I'm debating. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull this out. And try and weather it a bit. This is gonna be really hard to get in. That's what she said. Ayo. Alright, let's see. Moving the light out of the way a bit. Actually, it looks a little better now. It's dirtier. I'm gonna try and just push down the moss a bit more. See if I can organize it a bit more. Just get it like out of the way of the path. So what I can do is I can sprinkle little tiny bits and put them on the like areas that are not. No, I don't like that. Alright, at some point you have to say you're done. And I feel like this is a pretty good terrarium. We're gonna give it a quick spray down. We have a quick little brushy for cleaning. Let me seal this bad boy up. Again, this went way quicker than I expected. And there we go. I'm pretty happy with the result, guys. I think it looks stellar. Hello, hey Penguin. What do you guys think, yeah? Fuck yeah. I'm pretty proud of this one. I still think the moss, so lessons learned on this one. The moss, you have to take into consideration the moss's volume, right? So I didn't really do that. I kind of just like put the moss in, and I should have thought the moss is going to be taller than everything else because we don't have a thin bed of moss because we're working on a really small scale. But outside of that, our little cave stood up to it all. There is a little whiteness being shown in the cave, but outside of that, like if we take the light off it like this, I'd say it still looks pretty good. A little cave coming in there. We have a nice sense of depth. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. You missed it being done, dude. So we added the plants in. We added some more rocks to create more of a rock wall around the moss because the moss was too tall. But outside of that, I'd say this is done, guys. I'm pretty fucking happy. I think I just like seal everything up again and say we're good to go. Well, I would have to say big thank you to everyone who came in and watched. This was a new idea. Thank you to Nick Azaros for giving us the idea. Looks good. Thank you. I think it turned out really well. I would say maybe not like my best of bests, but like I still think it's really up there. One thing I do need to do is I do need to get a hammer so that I can crush some of this rocks into powder so that I can use it to cover up some of the tissue parts. But it could be anything. Like from that angle, you don't really see the tissue that much. It just looks like some calcification in the stone. And there we go. Well, I think that's it for us, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back on Tuesday, I think. There might be a special surprise stream on Monday. That is completely possible because Monday is a very special day, which is your Game Master's short stream. Well, Terrarium streams are usually short. Especially the more... Oh, I almost forgot the bugs. We need the bugs. Bugs. How are my bugs doing? We need to get the bugs in there. It looks nice. Thanks, guys. Let's open it back up. Let's get the bugs in there. Pop her open. One last time to make sure it's a proper ecosystem. Okay, who wants to come into their new home to keep it alive? I'd really like that I could grab something, but that's not going to be a thing, I don't think. Unless I put them on the stick. Let's see. Are you guys going to go on the stick? If I put this here, can you guys go on the stick? Come on, get on the stick, boys. Everyone, check out the new stick. Come on. Maybe if I put it in the corner, you guys are all running up. When I go like this. Fuck. That didn't work. Fuck that up. This is gonna be the most annoying part because it's all just mush in here right now. I think I need to put more leaves or something. I'd like to get a few more if I can. Love how I fucked up grabbing this stick. That should be enough. Cool. Alright, thanks little boys. You're all champs here. Cool. Alright, and that's it. And we're done for the stream today. Yay! Good job, everybody. You guys make that your new home. Populate. Do a great job. And we're done. Woohoo! So, my grandmother-in-law is going to get a sick-ass thing. Thanks, phone. I've been here this entire time, though. YouTube cleaning. Stink bug? No, not stink bugs. Or stick bugs? No. They are, what are they called? Fuck, what are they called? Springtails. So springtails, you can often find them under, like, wet leaves and shit like that. They basically eat... They're the, like, house cleaners of terrariums. All my terrariums have them. So they, like, go in and they, clean up mold and things like that. And so you just need a small handful of them in there and they're good to go. I have 2 colonies of them, so it's pretty good. Alright guys, let's see who we can send you off to. I've never met an Arab that likes bugs. Really? Interesting. I've never met an Arab, so I guess that makes 2 of us, right? That's a joke. I'm married to an Arab. You'll punch the fuck out of them. Okay, but yours are a lot bigger. Chrissy? Chrissy's not an Arab. What? Chrissy's not an Arab. Okay, who's online right now? Oh, Lightning's on. Let's go say hi to Lightning. Or okay, wait, Chris or Lightning? We rated what? We rated Lightning last time, so I think we go to Chris today. That seems fair, right? So let's go right over to Chris. Thanks everyone for hanging out with this stream. Much love. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I will probably see you Monday for my birthday stream. Birthday stream! Woo! Okay, I love you guys. Bye. 3, 9, 7, 28, 35, 22. I love you all. You all are great. I love your faces. Bye, guys.
Let it out.